Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is very ambitious with over 80 characters and 6 more characters still coming, so it makes us wonder what those characters will be. Of course, we've already did speculation and wondering, but we gotta think a little bit past this game. Now, I know there's still more characters coming and Smash Ultimate is far from over, but we gotta think about what Smash 6 is going to be like. What is the game going to entail? And what is the gameplay going to be? How much different will it be from what we know and love? Because I'm pretty sure they're going to shake it up drastically. But all that information is for our next video. What we're looking at is the roster today. What exactly is the roster going to do, and how is it going to shape up things differently this time around? Like I said, currently we're sitting at 80 characters, and we know we're getting 6 more for DLC. And I don't know if there's going to be more past that, if Sakurai wants to add an extra one, but if we're just getting 6 more, we're looking at a total of 86 characters in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, which is crazy to even think about. Well, we know from Sakurai that whatever the next installment of Smash is, well, he claims if there's another Smash, but we can all pretty much assume that another Smash Bros. Is coming. It's one of Nintendo's greatest franchises so far. But he does state that the next Smash will not have this many characters. In fact, it will be decreased a lot compared to what this roster has. Now, that's obvious as this game has, like I said, 86 different characters. So today, I am trying to figure out exactly what that roster is going to look like. That's all this video is going to be focusing on, is what the roster is going to be. Later on down the road, I'll make a video about what the game is going to be like and how the gameplay is going to be different, but right now we're talking about characters only. So I'm going row by row all the way through the current roster and talking about what characters are going to stay and which characters are going to get cut. At the very end of this video, I am stuck with 37 characters in total, which is a huge cut from the 86 previous. So since this game goes in the order the characters were joined into Smash Brothers, it's gonna kind of slow for the first couple of rows because it's the main cast. So for the first row, we have Mario, DK, Link, Samus, Yoshi, Kirby, Fox, Pikachu, Luigi, Ness, and Captain Falcon are all going to stay in Smash Brothers. Unfortunately, Dark Samus is going to leave just because we're getting rid of most echoes, if not all echoes, from this game. We're starting with a completely fresh, original roster. Nothing kind of ridiculous like echo characters or fighters that resemble other fighters in the game, because we're trying to get as basic as we can here. This next row might trigger a lot of you, so I'm only choosing to keep 4, and that is Princess Peach, Bowser, Zelda, and Marth. Yes, that's it. Jigglypuff is there from the beginning, but I think it's time to move on with a different Pokemon. I understand that maybe it was kind of like a joke Pokemon, but it's time to move on. Daisy doesn't need to be in the game. Ice Climbers are kind of an old game that really hasn't been brought back ever since. Maybe if they have a new game that can come back, but not now. She can be a part of Zelda like she used to be in Brawl. Dr. Mario is just a Mario clone. He can leave. Pichu is another kind of Pikachu clone that doesn't need to be in there. We don't need the baby form of Pikachu. Falco is a Fox clone, kind of has his own moveset, but nothing that original. And Lucina is based off of Marth purely. So lots of those are either echoes or bases off other characters. So I'm trying to get, like I said, we're breaking this roster down to as basic as we can get right now and seeing exactly what characters would stay. For row 3, we are keeping Ganondorf, Mewtwo, Meta Knight, Pit, and Wario. So that means young Link, he's just Link again. We're getting rid of him. It's going to happen again here soon, watch, as you know with Toon Link. But then we're getting rid of Roy, and I know a lot of people really like this character, but he just really feels the same as a lot of the Fire Emblem characters, along with Chrom, and we're trying to get rid of that completely, that feeling of too many sword fighters. Mr. Game & Watch is somebody that doesn't really need to be in there as an all-star cast for a new game. Meta Knight's a big character, that's why we kept him. Dark Pit is just an Echo Fighter. Pit, we don't need that. Zero Suit Samus could literally just break out of her suit like in Brawl and be the same character. And Snake is a character that I feel like they're just going to cut because there's always like complications with him and trying to get him in the next installments of Smash. There's always something going wrong, as you can see with Smash 4. So I think it's kind of, this is his last game. For row 4, we're having Ike, Pokemon Trainer, Diddy Kong, Sonic, King Dedede, Olimar, Wolf, and Villager/Isabelle. So Pokemon Trainer was kind of weird because they could just keep doing Pokemon Trainer with different Pokemon. It doesn't have to be Squirtle, Ivysaur, and Charizard. It could be some other Pokemon. But either way, I think it's a very unique character that needs to stay. Ike, I know he has a sword, but he is kind of those OGs, and he plays a lot different than Marth. He's more heavy hitting. But Lucas needs to go, just another clone of Ness. You got to have Sonic. King Dedede is the villain. You got to have him. Lucario, you can change him with another Pokemon. He doesn't necessarily have to come back. He can always be replaced by one of the mini Pokemon. Rob, another Mr. Game & Watch sort of situation that doesn't necessarily need to be in another Smash Brothers. Toon Link, another version of Link, not needed. Wolf, the villain of Star Fox. I know I picked him over Falco, but you got to have the hero and at least the villain. But then with Villager, you can either have Villager or Isabelle. I think Isabelle would reference Animal Crossing better rather than the Villager, which is just like an avatar for the game. So that's really up to Sakurai and it's up to what people want. For row number 5, we have Mega Man, Rosalina, Pac-Man, Shulk, Bowser Jr., and Ryu. Now, I know there's a lot of third-party characters in this row, but Nintendo, I feel like at this point, they can't get away from third-party characters in Smash. It's kind of what it is. Smash has become an accumulation of all things gaming into one platform. So you got to keep some of these big third-party characters like Mega Man, Pac-Man. They kind of represent that whole. Wii Fit Trainer, gotta go. There's no point. Little Mac was one of my favorites from the very beginning, but unfortunately, there really hasn't been many Punch-Outs, and he doesn't have anything going on today. He could easily come back if there's some more Punch-Out games coming and more relevance, but yeah. Greninja, another Pokemon that could be replaced or, could come back as Greninja, just depends. Palutena, I know this one kind of hurt for me to put her on there, but I feel like it's time for her to go. Not much of a reference here unless she has a lot more coming with another Pit game, another Kid Icarus. Robin is a very unique character for the Fire Emblem cast, but I think it's time for him to go. He's just an avatar at this point. He doesn't really, he's not an individual character for the story, just somebody you create and, play as. Shulk, Xenoblade Chronicles series has been doing incredibly well over here in the West, and, we're getting a brand new port of the original game, so I think Shulk is going to stay. Bowser Jr., the kid of Bowser, and all of his Koopalings have to stay. That's just something that's part of Mario. That's something they're pretty much in almost every Mario game now. Duck Hunt is a classic. This one kind of bothered me to take out, but, I'm just taking out some of the ones that were just goofy and didn't make sense and just making the roster as basic as it can right now. And Ryu, another huge third-party character that, he can stay. Now with row 5, this is where it starts getting depressing. I'm going to be honest with you, I only got 3 of these characters going through to the next game, and that's going to be Inkling, Ridley, and King K. Rool. So Ken is an Echo Fighter. Ryu of a third-party character, I don't think he's getting in. Cloud, a big, huge third-party character from Final Fantasy. I don't know if he stays. There's something about it just doesn't seem like he's going to stay for long. He was that big third-party character for Smash 4. I think he's gone. Corrin, another Avatar character for a Fire Emblem game with a sword that I think is going to be gone. Bayonetta, a character that many people don't like because of her crazy combos, and they complain that she doesn't really feel like a Nintendo character, and I can see that. And I just don't see her staying long whatsoever. Inkling, obviously, he's going to stay. He or she is going to stay. There's going to be more Splatoon games coming in the future. Ridley could be a boss in the campaign, but also could stay as a character. Obviously, they made it work, and I think it could be a really good antagonist for Metroid in this game. Simon and Richter, I think, are gone. King K. Rool, another antagonist for DK. Isabelle, I already said that with Villager, that she was either going to be Villager or Isabelle. I don't know yet, so I put her in the same slot as Villager. Don't worry, Isabelle fans. Incineroar, another Pokemon character that can easily be replaced by another Pokemon. And Piranha Plant was kind of just to me a gag character that they could do Goomba next time or something silly. I don't know, but I think Piranha Plant is pretty much gone. And for row 7, I'm saying none of these characters are getting in any future DLC. Unless it's some type of character that's like really big in Nintendo's first party lineup, or some type of character that's a big third party that could come back. I think the only one that had the potential here would be maybe Banjo, since it is kind of like a Microsoft and Nintendo's having a good buddy-buddy thing here. But just for the time's sake, I'm saying that none of these characters are coming. I think the Mii characters are also just gone. But it's sad because these are some really big third-party characters. Some of these are. But I just think that there's a potential for a lot of these characters to continue on in the Smash history, but I don't know, man. I just don't think Joker's going to ever come back. I think Hero's kind of just going to move on. Banjo, like I said, has a potential. Terry, it's going to be long gone. Byleth, there's no way Byleth is coming back. And just the Mii fighters, maybe if they find some cool way to implement more moves and make them more customizable, maybe. But for right now, I'm saying none of these guys are coming back. Now, with this being our base roster right now, I'm pretty sure we're going to be getting new characters, and right now I'm going to give you guys 9 brand new characters that I think are big enough and are characters that they haven't even experimented yet. That's why getting rid of some of these characters are good, because it allows us to experiment with characters that many people wanted and characters that they have not tried out yet, and they can make new movesets for characters that have never been in Smash. So right now I have 9 first-party characters for you, and I'm going to show them to you in a splash screen fashion. Waluigi, fan favorite, many people really expected him to be in this game. Clearly he's an assist trophy now, but in the future, probably not. Paper Mario, not just a clone of Mario with his own moveset and partners by his side, and obviously his paper aesthetic, he could be a real contender. Skull Kid, a new Zelda rep that isn't another Link. Another Zelda rep, Impa, the guardian of Princess Zelda. Yeah, another sword fighter, kind of, but hey. Sylux, a Metroid Prime character that's probably going to be coming to Metroid Prime 4, and what better way to promote the game. Crystal, right now she is an assist trophy, but eventually I think she can become her own character. Another female character in the game is great, and another Star Fox representative. Waddle Dee, another fan favorite that fans are craving for to represent the Kirby series. Rex and Pyra, another huge, highly demanded character that might even come to Smash Ultimate as DLC, but, you know, whether there's another Xenoblade character coming in the future, I think Rex and Pyra would be a really good fit. You know how Nintendo always loves to throw in a weird one, and one that's kind of classic like Game & Watch and Rob, so Excitebike could have a chance. There was even that Grinch leak that had him in there, and I think even Sakurai mentioned one time that he wanted Excitebike in the game. Kicking off our third-party list right now, there's not ever a lot of third-party characters joining the roster in the initial roster, so we're only going to give you a few right now. But Geno is kind of a given. If there's some weird possible way that Geno doesn't happen as DLC for Smash Ultimate, he'll definitely be in the next Smash game. Another character that I'd be surprised if it's not one of the 6 DLC passes coming to Smash Ultimate is Crash Bandicoot. Once again, one of those characters that just feels like he belongs in Smash. Rayman from Ubisoft could definitely come into Smash. I don't think as a DLC character for Ultimate, but definitely in the next installment. Shantae, an indie character that has been highly requested, could possibly be coming in the next installment of Smash with her shape-shifting abilities. Frogger, being a character from the past, the good old arcade classic days, could be in Smash Ultimate the same way Simon and Richter are. And last but not least, we have Ai from Super Monkey Ball. It could be him or any of his other fellow monkeys rolling around in the ball and rolling people over off the stage. Well, that's all we have right now. There could be so many cool characters added to Smash, and there could also be so many cool third-party characters added to Smash. It's really just up to Nintendo who they choose. Cutting all these people is kind of scary, and it's just kind of sad seeing that Smash Ultimate might be the last game having such a gigantic roster for a while. Well guys, let me know in the comments what you think Nintendo will do for Smash 6. Will they cut almost over half of the characters? Will they try to keep as many as they can? Or will most of the third parties stay or leave? And who will be added to the game? Thank you guys so much for tuning in, and if you enjoy the video, please make sure you like the video, and also give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you guys are new to the channel to keep updated on all things Nintendo all the time. Thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you on the next one. See you guys.